All right, hey y'all. I was sitting here cooking breakfast, and out of nowhere, I heard Tupac, and the specific words that I heard was the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The darker the berry, the deeper the roots. What's your interpretation on that? Because I sat down and I was thinking this morning, because I'm a thinker. That's all I do is think. And, anything that I say out my mouth is not meant to offend people. It's more to get people to think. Now, aside from that, I'm going to get into what I'm about to say. But aside from that, I had a gentleman come up to me this year, and he started asking me about different musicians. Now, one specifically he asked me about was Eminem. And I was listening to Eminem and Nicki Minaj's song all last year, and I wonder why I kept on listening to it. And it's Roman's Revenge. And in that in Eminem's verse, he constantly like he said, like, he was talking about like men, or whoever. He said, "Fuck all you faggots." Whatever he was saying something, but I kept on listening to his verse over and over again, and it's because God was getting me to revert back to what I said in my music. But I wasn't talking to the entire LGBT community. Now, they may have taken offense to it, but I was speaking about something, like I said the other day, in reference to myself. Now, I almost was killed for saying what I said in my music, but Eminem's career has went all the way to the top, and he's a great lyricist, and he raps great and everything like that. I just haven't listened to him in a while. One of my favorite songs was "The Real Slim Shady." That's the song that resonated with me, and he talks about like there's a million people walking around like him, or walking around like you, talking like you. He's saying it. They might just be the next best thing, but not like me. He's saying like nobody can do it as good as he's done it. Or whatever the case may be, like, or whatever he was talking about. And where I get at with this is how come it was okay for him to say something like that, and there's no repercussions behind it, right? But I'm dark, and I was almost killed for saying something in my music that was only aimed at a person or a specific group of people who willingly chose to do what they did in my life. Now, he asked me if I listened to him, and I said no. I haven't listened to him. I really don't listen to him. He asked me about another musician, and he says, well, what do you think about this person? Do you think that this person is crazy? And I said, no, I do not think that he's crazy. But what I do believe is how he relates his messages may seem to the average person that he is crazy. But it's all about his demeanor, like maybe your demeanor and how you say and do certain things. But what do you guys think about the terminology, the darker the berry, the deeper the roots? That means that the dark people are in bondage. And this is not for segregation or discrimination purposes. This is real life. This is something that I'm thinking about. I'm sitting here and I haven't even listened to Tupac in months. And that message just came to me. So to all my musicians out there, up and coming, and people who are already in the music field, you know that you constantly have to reinvent yourself because of the era, the generations, and what people are actually hit to. But how far away do you separate your true identity from your music career? Like, because one thing my dad always told me is, and I've always had this in the middle of my head, is he said, always focus on one problem that you see in the world that affects you, and come up with a solution as to how you can change it. So to the musicians out there, anybody who writes music, when you write your music, do you write it from a place of purpose and passion, something that's deep rooted? Or do you write it based off of what others want to hear, what others want to see, or what's trending? That's all I wanted to put out there. I don't know if anybody's going to comment or anything like that, but I definitely would love to hear people's opinion. And with those confirmations, them horns that y'all just heard, I know that I'm on to something. Take care, guys.